Hello and welcome everyone. I am Anisha. So today in this video in this class we are going to study about maps. Okay, see, this is also a very interesting chapter, and after learning this chapter, after going through this chapter, you will have a basic concepts about map, and you will be understand to differentiate about maps, because here we are going to see about the different types of map. Okay, and different components of map as well, like distance, directions and symbols. So you will have a basic knowledge about how to go through a map, and you'll also see the difference. You'll also understand the difference between a globe and a map. See, in a previous chapter we have studied about the globe, isn't it? And we have studied about the rotation, revolution, and it was easier for us to study about all these things in a globe, because globe is a 3D representation, isn't it? It is a 3D representation, three-dimensional. So it becomes easier for us to study as a whole, to make you proper understand about how rotation goes and how revolution goes. But here, if you want to know about more detail about some places, then the maps are more useful. Okay, maps are more useful as compared to globe. Say for globe, if you want to know about the world map as a whole, it will be, yes, in that case it is useful. But map, if you want to know about details, okay, details about any country or any continents or about any state or about districts, you will have a proper detail. Okay, you'll get a proper detail in the map, unlike globe as a whole. You will have as a whole the countries are being represented there, but it is difficult to go into details in a globe. So here in this chapter you will see about the importance of maps, okay, and the different types of map, and how we used to scale a map as well. So let us start. You have learned in the previous chapter about advantages of a globe. Yes, we have learned, isn't it? So however, globe has limitations. So see the limitation which I just told you, okay, that it can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole, but when we want to study only a part of the earth, then there is a limitation here. Okay, so but when we want to study about a part of the earth as about our country, states, district, towns and villages, it is of little help. Means globe will not help if you want to study regarding some parts of your country or states or districts or towns or village. Okay, it will not, like, it will of little help. You will not be able to understand properly. But in such a situation, who will help you? Map will help you. Okay, so in such a situation we use map. So what is a map? This is the definition here. Okay, a map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface or a part of it drawn on a flat surface according to a scale. See, scale here means the measurement, okay, not your scale which you have, that ruler scale. Okay, here scale represents the measurement, and it will represent the distance also. Okay, so see, map, it is been usually found, you will see a map. You can draw a map in a piece of paper, isn't it? And it is foldable and it is easier to carry as well. But globe, it is not like that. And in map you will find everything in more detail, because in map what will happen, about every part it is been given. You will find map about every state, about every country, continents, okay, in proper details. So that is why map is more useful, and it is a representation or a drawing of earth's surface on a part. Okay, it is a part of it which we have drawn on this piece of paper. See, practically it is not possible for us to draw whole of the earth here, isn't it? So we have tried to figure it out. Okay, we have tried to figure it out and drawn a piece of a part of it. Okay, not a piece, sorry, a part of it. Okay, on a flat surface, and but it is impossible to flatten a round shape completely. See, our earth is round, isn't it? Our earth is round, so it is not possible. And see, some countries are over here, and here in the sides also there are countries, and on the back side also there are countries. So it is not possible for us to flatten all of this practically, but we have tried to straighten this globe. Okay, straighten this globe and straighten this map and make a representation, a part of the earth on a paper. Okay, so we find that maps are useful to us for various purposes. So now you know the uses of map, isn't it? And it is more useful than what? Globe. If you want to study about our country or some states or some districts, okay, of some parts. and one map shows a small area and a few facts. So in every map you will see a small area has been shown and some few facts are given. So about that you will see in different types of maps. Okay, and another map may contain as many as fact as a big book. See, there are different types of maps, isn't it? In some map you will see some small area is given with some few facts, and again in another map when you see they will contain lots and lots of facts. Okay, lots and lots of facts, and it will look like a big book as well. And when many of these maps are put together, we get an atlas. See, I hope you used to go through the atlas. In atlas, what you will find? You will find maps of different types, isn't it? Different types of maps are there, and whose maps? About the countries, about continents, isn't it? About whole of the earth. You will find the map in an atlas. When you have time, you do observe this atlas. Okay, you do observe this atlas, you go through the atlas and try to see which countries situated and how which country's map looks how, isn't it? Like and we know the outline of our country, isn't it? Our country India, you just like that you can learn about others country also. Okay, so all that is possible when you go through this atlas only. So atlases are of various sizes, measurements, drawn on different scales, and map provide more information than a globe. So map provides more information than a globe, we have already known, isn't it? And they are of different types. So these maps are of different types. So some of them are, let us see the types of map here. Okay, basically here three types of maps they have given. Okay, first is the physical maps, political maps, and the thematic maps. See, physical maps, see, from the word physical itself we can say that okay, some geographical feature or natural feature will be represented in this map, isn't it? So let us see. So maps showing natural features of the earth such as mountains, plateaus, plain, river, oceans are called as physical or relief maps. So if you go through a map where you will see only these physical features are being represented, there are no boundaries. Like when we see a political map, there will be boundaries of the state, but here in a physical map you will not see any boundaries, only some physical features will be shown. For example, mountains will be shown on brown colors. Okay, plateau will be shown on yellow colors, plains will be shown on green colors, rivers on blue colors, oceans are also on blue colors. So in that way, that is this representation you will see in a physical map. Okay, you can check out a physical map. Okay, and next type of map is political maps. So here you will see maps showing cities, towns, villages, and different countries and states of the world with their boundaries are called political maps. So in this map you will see cities, towns. Like for example, when we see the map of India, we basically refer to political map, isn't it? Because there you can see the boundary, and there you will have the information about the states and again about the capital of that state as well, isn't it? So such map are what? Which type of map? The such map are political maps where there are proper boundaries. And last is the thematic maps. So some map focuses, okay, this some on some specific information only, like such as they'll focus on maps or rainfall. Okay, road maps or rainfall maps or maps showing distribution of forest industries are known as thematic maps. See, these are theme. From thematic you can take out the theme, means based on some theme. For example, they will have a road map, okay, only road. A map will show an India map. You will be seeing only roads are represented there. Only roads are shown. Okay, which type of roads are there and from where to where. Okay, and another you can say only rainfall map. Okay, the monsoon map we can say, isn't it? And or the forest map, the like distribution of forest, like the greenery areas where more greenery is there you can see, and or about industries, where industries are located. So these are known as thematic maps. Okay, so suitable titles are given on the basis of the information provided in the maps. So there are, see, these under thematic map, based on the information which you are providing in the map, okay, suitable titles are being given. So such map are what? Thematic map. Okay, for example, in history, when you are learning about history, some old sites are given, isn't it? On a map they don't show all of the states or all of the cities over there, only some sites are being given, isn't it? For example, in the Harappan site you will only see some famous Harappan cities like Mohenjo-daro and all. So such map are known as thematic maps. Okay, here, so now let us see about the components of maps. Okay, so distance, directions, and symbols. There are these three components of map. They are distance, directions, and symbols. So first, one by one, we will see about, first we will see about the distance, and then we will see about the direction, and we'll come to symbol. So how map is scaled. Here under distance you will see how map is scaled. Okay, you cannot simply scale without any measurement. Okay, proper, when you are saying proper atlas, proper distance is been shown. Practically it is not possible, isn't it? But as much as possible they try to show us the proper distance. So how that is made? That is possible only because of the scale, through scaling. Okay, so now let us see distance. Maps are drawing which reduce the entire world or a part of it to fit on the sheets of paper. See, maps are such drawing which we reduce the entire world or a part of it and we draw into a sheet of paper, isn't it, for our convenience. And we can say maps are drawn to reduce scales as well. See, because you cannot draw the actual distance on a paper, isn't it? So you have to reduce the scales. How they are going to reduce? So let us see. But this reduction is done very carefully so that the distance between the places is real. So the reduction, which for example, so suppose this is the map of India, let us say. Okay, I am not good in drawing, so let us just scale it. Okay, so here, see, we have different state, isn't it? Different boundaries are here. So many states are there, isn't it? We have different state. So the distance between from this state to this state, okay, from these states to another state, from one state to another state, then this scalings is been done very carefully. Okay, so because from the distance, if you see practically from distance from one of the northeast state to Delhi, it will be around more than 2000 kilometer, isn't it? So but here in this map it is not possible for you to draw around 2000 kilometers. So what they will do, they will just represent 1 centimeter equal to 1000 kilometers. So in that way they will be scaling this map. That means 2 centimeter will become 2000 kilometer, isn't it? So from here to here they will show you as 2 centimeter. Okay, so about that we are going to study here. So it can only be possible when a small distance on a paper represents a large distance on the ground. See, that is what I was telling you. See, on the paper this 2000 kilometer will be represented as 2 centimeter only. Okay, so it is only possible when we are doing like that. So in the ground, actual ground, what will happen? What is there? The actual distance is 2000 kilometer, but in scale, but in paper, what we have done, we have made it as a 2 centimeter. But whatever distance we have made, we have to provide the information as well. Okay. So therefore, a scale is chosen for this purpose. So here, scale is the ratio. Okay, ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. So this is the ratio between the actual, see, actual distance is how much? The example which we have taken over here, 2000, but how much distance we have shown? 2 centimeters. So this the ratio. Okay, this is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. I hope you have understood. For example, here they have given one example. Let us say the distance between your school and your home is 10 kilometer. So if you show this 10 kilometer distance by 2 centimeter on a map, it means 1 centimeter of the map will show 5 kilometers. So same example which I have given here. For example, here they have what they have seen, what they have told, that if your distance, okay, if your distance between your school, here let us see, okay, the distance between your school and your home, suppose this is your home and this is your school, let us just assume, okay, and the distance here it is 10 kilometer. But if you want to represent this, both of these on a map, then what you will do, you will represent 1 centimeter equal to 5 kilometer. That means 2 centimeter equal to 10 kilometers. So the distance between your school and your home in the map will be how much? 2 centimeter. Okay. But on the ground, how it is? How much it is? It is 10 kilometer. I hope you have understood. And the scale of your drawing will be 1 centimeter equal to 5 kilometer. Thus, scale is very important in any map. If you know the scale, you will be able to calculate the distance between any two places on the map. So if you know the scale, see this such informations, okay, whenever you observe any map, you see carefully this information, this scale is always given on the side. on the right side, on the right corner, they will be saying, okay, 1 kilometer equal to this much, or 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer, 1,000 kilometer. Such information is given properly. Okay, so if you are able to calculate that properly, then it will be easier for you to understand the distance between one state to another state, or one part to another. So again, here also, in this scale also, we have a small scale map and a large scale map. So now let us understand what are they. Okay, so when large areas like continents or countries are to be shown on a paper, then we use small scale. See, for small scale, if you want to show some large area, for example, country or continents or countries, okay, for such system, for such what you will be using, small scale map. Okay, for example, 5 centimeter on the map will show about 500 kilometers of the ground. This is called small scale map. See, if you want to represent a continent or a country, then what will happen? You will be representing, the ratio will be very much like the difference of the distance, the actual distance and the ground distance. There will be a huge difference. Okay, here they have given like 5 centimeter is equal to 500 kilometer. So you are trying to show 500 kilometer of a part into 5 centimeter. So in such thing, in such a map, what you will be called, it will be as a small scale map. See, just you can understand this. When you are giving about information about any large place, then you will be using small scale. And when you are giving information about a small place, what will happen? You will be using large scale. So in that way, it will be easier for you to understand. So let us see on the large scale map as well. When a map area like your village or town is to be shown, see, village, town, it reduces, isn't it, reduces the part from a country to a countries or continents. Here only you are going to show about your village or town or your colony, let us say, okay, or your area. Then we use a large scale, that is 5 centimeter on the map will show 500 meters. See, you see the difference here. Here it is 500 kilometer and here it is 500 meters only on the ground. Then it is called large scale map. Means if you want to provide information about a small area, you will be using large scale, and if you wanted to show information about a large area, then we will be using small scale map. That is the difference here. I hope you have understood. So large scale maps gives more information than the small scale map. Why? Because in large scale map you will have a proper information about like where in your colony, for example, let us say this is the map. Okay, let us just assume this is the map of a large scale map of your colony, and here they are the resident area here. Okay, so here this is the resident area, and here there will be a road, isn't it? And here let us say there is one temple. Okay, here there is one temple, and here there is one shop, and here the playground is over here, and here you will find again one school. So here you will see everything in detail, isn't it? More information is given. So in a large scale map, it will be, there will be more information. Why? More information will be given. Why? Because it is representing a small area. It is giving information about a small area. So you will see more detail. You will see details about the roads, buildings, shops, everything in a large scale map. Okay, so this was about the distance. So now let us see next about the direction. Now let us learn about the direction of a map. Okay, like north, south, west, east, direction. So now let us learn about the directions. Most map contains an arrow mark. See, when you observe properly, okay, you will see, suppose this is a map. Okay, this is the map here. Inside the map is drawn here. This is the paper here. Okay, and you will see an arrow mark over here like this. It will be given, and it will always show N mark. That N will stand for north direction. Okay, you observe whenever you see a map next time. Okay, here in your book also one map is given of a community hall, so we are going to observe that as well. So most map contains an arrow marked with the letter N at the upper right hand corner. See, this is the upper right hand corner, isn't it? This arrow shows the north direction. It is called the north line. And when you know the north, you can find out the other directions. For example, east, west, south. So there are these 4 major directions we have, isn't it? That is the north, south, east and west. And what we call these, everything, all these directions are known as cardinal points. Okay, let us see about direction, and we will come back to this diagram, this map. Okay, map of a village is given there. So see, here in this map also you can see the direction in the upward, the north is given, isn't it? So if when you know the direction of one direction, it is easier for you, isn't it? Because see here, this is the map, isn't it? Here north direction is here. So when we see they have given the north, upper arrow mark is given, and here they have given north, then what we know that the opposite of north is south, isn't it? And the right side will be east and the left side will be west. So like this, it will be easier for us to find out the other direction if one direction is given. Okay, so and what are these direction called? They are called cardinal points. Okay, this direction, this simple direction of north, south, west and east, they are called what? Cardinal points. And apart from this cardinal, there are intermediate direction as well, which is given in your book. Okay, let us see. See, other four intermediate directions are northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. How? Let us see. See, intermediate, from the name also, it is intersecting this, isn't it? From here, again 4 direction is there. So from this direction to this, from north to east, what name is given? Northeast. And always this name will indicate first. Okay, northeast. And this side again northwest, isn't it? See, north comes first, and here again this south will come first, southwest, isn't it? This line, and this line, the other intersected line, southeast, isn't it? From here to here, south and east. So like this. And what are these known as? These are known as intermediate directions. Okay, northeast, the southeast, southwest and northwest, these are what? Intermediate direction. And these help us to direct, these help us to give a more accurate directions of any given map or any given place. Okay, so here in this map we are going to locate something. Okay, we can locate any place more accurately with the help of these intermediate direction. So that is what I have just told you. So here we are going to find, okay, like they have asked us to find some directions through this map. Okay, now let us see. First we are going to find the direction of the community center. Okay, the direction from the direction of the community center, the playground from Vikas house, and the direction of school from shop. See here, let us come back to this map. See, this is a large scale map. Okay, this is a large scale map. Why? See, proper more information is been given. You can see the playground, you can see the tree, you can see the community center, you can see the shop over here, you can see the school, isn't it? So this is a large scale map. Okay, so here what was the first direction they have asked us to do? They have asked us to see the playground, isn't it? From the community, the playground. See here, this is the north direction over here, given here, isn't it? In the upper end corner. So let us see from the see, this is the community center, isn't it? This is the community center. So from here, the playground, it is towards the east direction, isn't it? See, this is north, we can just make here, this is east, this is west and this is south. So here what we can see, this is the north, so this is towards the east direction from the community center. The playground is towards the east direction, isn't it? So here the direction of this community center is towards the north, isn't it? And from community center to playground, it is towards the east. And they have asked us to see playground from Vikas house. So this is Vikas here, Vikas house is here. So it is over here. Then what will happen? See, you can just draw like this. Then this line, this will come the northeast, isn't it? It is in the northeast direction. This is the north and this is in the middle of northeast. So this will be the northeast direction, isn't it? And next, direction of school from the shop. So from the shop to the school, again this is same as the community center and the school, isn't it? From the shop, it will be in the east direction. So in this way, you can know accurately in which place, where the direction of any given place. Okay, I hope you have understood. So we can find out direction of a place with the help of a compass. So this is the compass here. Okay, and it is an instrument, this compass, and this is an instrument used to find out main direction. Then what will be the main direction? The north. Okay, its magnetic needle always points towards the north-south direction. So here you can see this compass and this needle, there are two needles here. This is not a watch, okay, it looks like a watch but it is not a watch. So here this will always find, you will see a needle and they will be pointing towards north and south direction. Why? And the needle towards the south will always point towards the south direction, and the north direction, and the needle towards the south will always point towards the south direction. Why? Because this compass is always attracted to the north pole. So north pole, and so we have north pole and south pole. I hope you remember, isn't it? So these are helpful when you want to know direction in ocean, because in ocean it will be difficult for you to know which direction is north and east. Otherwise what we will be seeing, the direction from where the sun rises will be east, isn't it? But in an ocean and such area it will be difficult. So in such case what will happen, what will help us? The compass, because its north direction will always let us know that okay, this is the north direction, and if we know one direction then it becomes easier for us to connect to the other direction, isn't it? And the south direction, this needle is always attracted by the south pole, and this is attracted by the north pole. So that is why they will always attract this compass will always you will find their hands always towards the north direction and the south direction. Okay, north south direction, its needle, they are always pointing towards north south direction because of the magnetic field in the north and the south pole. So that was about direction. Now let us see next about symbols, like how you represent symbols in a map, because in a map it is not possible to draw everything, isn't it? So there are certain symbols given in a map so that it will be easier for you to identify, and there are some universal symbols as well which we call as a conventional symbols. Okay, so let us see, this is the third important component of a map. It is not possible to draw on a map the actual shape and size of different features such as building, roads, bridge, trees, railway lines or well. It is not possible, isn't it? So they are shown by using certain letters, shades, color, pictures and line. This symbol gives a lot of information in a limited space. So with the use of these symbols, map can be drawn easily and are simple to read. And even if you don't know the language of an area, therefore cannot ask someone for direction, you can collect information from maps with the help of these symbols. Map have universal language that can be understood by all, and there is an international agreement regarding the use of these symbols. So there are certain symbols, okay, which there is agreement that this symbol will always represent these things, so that it will be easier for anyone who visits other country to, when he see the maps, okay, it will be easier for him to see, okay, whether it is a green area or whether it is a plain area, mountainous area or a river area. So these are called what? Conventional symbol. So this some conventional symbols are shown here in this map. Let us see. Okay, see here various colors are used for same purpose. For example, generally blue is used for showing water bodies, brown for mountains, yellow for plateaus and green is used for plain. These are some of the conventional symbols and colors, you can say. Okay, see here you can see railway lines, broad gauge, meter gauge, this is shown in this way. Okay, and roads, metalled or unmetalled, here metalled will be shown like this and unmetalled it will be shown like this. Boundary, international will be shown like this, state boundaries and district boundaries in this way. Okay, and rivers, well, tank, canal, bridge, here it will. So these are some conventional symbols, okay, which will be used worldwide. Okay, temples, church, mosque, chhatri, it is been shown like this. Post office, PO, isn't it? And again post telegram office, PTO, PS, police station, PS is police station, and settlements means settlement area where people are settling, isn't it? A graveyard is shown like this. Trees or grass, trees like this and grass like this are some of the universal symbols, okay, that you will find whenever you see a map, you observe such symbol, okay, and you will come to know, okay, this in this map, okay, these things are there. Okay, here one map is given. Okay, Sundarpur village and its surrounding areas. So through this map what we can see here, their mosque is here, isn't it? And trees are over here. This is the railway line, isn't it? Railway station is over here, police station is here, isn't it? And this telegram office, post telegram office, it is over here. So this symbol is helping us. The school, it is written a school here. We can see a temple here, blue line, river, here this is the graveyard, isn't it? And this is the okay, railway station here. Here you can see church, then this brown will be mountains, green will be trees. Okay, so in this way you can easily navigate or see any places through the use of symbols. See, for example, when you are studying in history, let us say in history, the sites, they have given certain sites name, isn't it? Like they will be showing one triangle or stars or circle, isn't it? And this circle will represent one city, isn't it? For example, here circle will represent place, and this star will again represent school, and this might represent temple. So certain symbols are been created, okay, in order to make easier to understand the maps. But here certain universal symbols are there which you have to follow. So that was all about maps. Okay, we have completed about maps. We have seen about different types of maps, about the components of map. We have just completed directions, distance, and directions and symbols. So two more topic are here, that is about the sketch and plan. This is also a type of map. Okay, these are also a type of map. So we are going to see about the sketch and plane as well. Okay. So basically, see, when this word sketch came, what comes in your mind? Those drawing, sketch, isn't it? But here we are going to see in this relation with the map. Okay, so a sketch is a drawing mainly based on memory and spot observation and not to scale. See, not to scale. Map, you have to scale it down properly. But for example, when I am just telling you my place from your school, then I'll be saying that, okay, suppose here this is a paper, okay, and here this is the school, okay, and I'll be just giving you a rough sketch over here, okay, like from school there will be one road, you go through the road and turn towards the south direction again, and there you will find one temple over there, and from that temple again you go through that road and again turn into this direction, and here my house is here. So what I have done, I have given you a sketch, isn't it, rough sketch. So this is also a map, isn't it? So this I am giving on the observation, and I am remembering the roads, and I am just drawing it, isn't it? So this is what we call sketch. Okay, here I am not scaling it properly, isn't it? So this is known as here sketch. So sometime a rough drawing is required on an area to tell where a particular place is located with respect to other places. So here I have just given a rough idea, isn't rough sketch from your school to my home. So this is a sketch. Suppose you want to go to your friend's house, but you don't know the way. Your friends may make a rough drawing to show the way to his house, and such a rough drawing is drawn without scale and is called a sketch map. So here I have drawn a rough sketch, isn't it? So rough map. So this map is known as what? Sketch map. Okay, rough sketch map, you can say. Roughly I have just told you the direction, isn't it? Okay, from here one road will lead, and there is that place, again the shops will come in between these. So here I have given you a rough idea about my place. So this is what we call as sketch map. So now let us see about next about the plane. Okay, see again these planes, this will again give you more information. Okay, planes will give you more information. How? See, suppose okay, now first let us go through and I'll tell you. A plane is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. See, we have seen a large scale map. In large scale map also, what we have seen, a small area is being provided there, isn't it? Information about a small area has been given in detail. Okay, but in that detail also you will not have detail of your house, of your room, but here in plane you will see proper detail, exact detail will be there. Okay, so a large scale map gives you lots of information, but there are certain things which may sometime want to know. For example, the length and breadth of a room, which cannot be shown in a map. At that time we can refer drawings drawn to scale, called a plan. See, for example, when you are going to construct any house or some under construction house, at first what we will be doing, they will be giving us a rough sketch, a plan, proper plan, not rough sketch, a proper plan will be given to us, isn't it? And in that plan, like they will be given, for example, here, just let us just draw. Okay, here this is a house. Okay, let's say, and this is the north direction, this is the south direction, this is the west, and this is the east. So here proper plan will be given. Here 2 bedroom will be provided, and this will be of, like, for example, 12 into 8. Okay, and these 2 bedroom, both of them will be of same size, 12 into 8. Proper detail is given, isn't it? Again, there will be one passage over here, and here we will have the hall area, okay, and that whole area will be of 14 by 6, okay, 14 by 6, 14 into 11, let us say, okay, of that size. And from the hall again you'll have your kitchen over here, okay, and that kitchen will be of 7 by 5, let us say, okay, 7 by 5. And here you will have your parking area, okay, and again here your main gate will be here, and your toilets will be over here. Like proper shape and size and proper information in full detail is given. So this such detail, when you are finding some such detail, such map, what we call it is a plan, okay. So I hope you have understood. So with this we have completed our chapter, and I hope you have enjoyed as well and understood. So from now I hope you will have basic information, basic knowledge about how to look into a map, isn't it? So before you go, don't forget to like and share my videos, and also subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never missed any such contents from whenever my channel will upload, okay. And thank you very much for watching. See you again in the next class.